Have you been told that your testosterone being low is just a natural part of aging? Or maybe you've even been offered a prescription for hormone replacement therapy, or what is commonly called TRT for men. What if I told you the real problem most likely isn't your age, but rather your gut? I know that may actually sound surprising. So what I want to do is give you a client example of how fixing gut health can naturally boost testosterone. And the best part, no prescriptions, no band-aid solutions, just real root cause healing and supporting the body the way it was designed to be supported. Most men are told that low testosterone is inevitable. And yes, your levels will decline some with age, but they are not supposed to be declining at the rate that many men are currently experiencing. And the part that most doctors don't share with their patients is that inflammation, insulin, and gut dysfunction are often a key part of what is dragging those testosterone levels down. When your gut is not functioning properly, whether that's from dysbiosis, which is just a fancy word for saying your gut bacteria are out of balance, or whether it's from leaky gut or some other type of inflammation, your body shifts into firefighting mode. And on top of that, a struggling gut doesn't absorb critical nutrients well. For example, you need minerals like zinc and magnesium in order for your body to build testosterone. So without those critical building blocks, it is really hard for your body to create those hormones. Let me share a client example. This client was a 55-year-old male that came to me with a total testosterone of 482. His free testosterone was 6.72. His hemoglobin A1C, which is a blood sugar marker, was 6.0, so he was in the pre-diabetic range, and his fasting insulin was 30.8, which is very high. Normal labs are going to give you ranges anywhere from up to 20 or 25, which is still way too high. So we know 30 even falls outside of those reference ranges. And on top of that, his stool testing showed massive gut dysbiosis. And if you're listening thinking, I don't know my testosterone numbers, let me just give you 3 quick signs you probably have low testosterone. Number 1 in men is low energy or mood issues. Number 2, if you carry extra weight around your waist, you probably have some testosterone issues. And number 3, if you experience low libido. Now, of course, the only way to confirm this is to go and get your testosterone levels tested. But if you're feeling any of those things, it might be worth looking into. And this particular client did have the belly fat and did have the low energy, and was also on thyroid medication for the low energy and the slowed down metabolism. Here's the important part that I think is so critical for people to know. And that is that this transformation did not happen overnight. It took close to a year of consistent work, slowly rebuilding his gut microbiome and addressing blood sugar regulation. But the good news is his dedication and his results are a testament to the body's innate ability to heal. So let's take a look at what some of his numbers looked like 12 months later. His total testosterone climbed to 762. His free testosterone almost doubled up to 12.9. His hemoglobin A1C dropped from 6.0 to 5.3. And by all measurements, that is nowhere near the pre-diabetic range. And his fasting insulin fell from 30.8 to 7.8, which is a huge metabolic improvement. All right, there are a lot of things going on here, so I want to just take a quick look at a few that are specifically related to gut health and how they help improve, or how they helped him improve his testosterone. So number 1, we know when we balance the microbiome, it's going to help normalize levels of sex hormone binding globulin. And when that normalizes, now the body has more free T available. Number 2, we also know when we improve nutrient absorption, the body finally has the tools that it needs to build hormones. It's got the raw materials now. And then number 3, that we know that there are certain types of bacteria that have actually been shown to stimulate the release hormones like luteinizing hormone, which is going to then stimulate testosterone production. Now, of course, there's going to to be a lot of other reasons, and there's probably several we don't even know about yet. But these are 3 that we do know about. And again, of course, we can't overlook blood sugar balance and all of that. It's all an interconnected web that we have to work on all the pieces. And I think this is what conventional medicine misses, is when they only look at numbers on a lab slip and reach for a prescription pad versus looking at the whole person and what they need. If you've been told your testosterone is low and it's just a natural part of aging, and yet you don't feel great, don't accept that answer. Your gut may be the hidden key to restoring your energy, your strength, your vitality, just like this client experienced. So if you're tired of being exhausted, frustrated with the belly fat, or told your only option is a prescription, I want you to know there is another way. I will say it's not always the easy way, but there is another way. And this is exactly what I do with my clients. We get to the root cause, we heal the gut, we support the body, and we let your body do what it was naturally designed to do, which is thrive. If you are just now embarking on this journey, let me give you a couple of tools or action steps that you can start right now to get your hormones headed in the right direction. Number 1 is get off the sugar roller coaster. Every blood sugar spike followed by a crash is going to stress your gut. I'm not saying an occasional blood sugar spike is a problem, because it's really not when we're healthy and balanced. This is when we're spiking and crashing all day long. So the first place to stop this from happening is to get rid of the high carbohydrate drinks. That's your sodas, that's your sweet teas, that's your fruit juices, and yes, guys, I'm sorry, it's even the beer. So when we drink these sugary beverages, we are feeding the bacteria that we don't want to feed in our gut, and we are starving out the bacteria that we want growing in our gut. And this is a clear pathway to wrecked hormones. Number 2, I recommend testing your omega-3 level. And this is one of the most simple but most overlooked markers. Omega-3s are anti-inflammatory fats that will strengthen your gut lining, support a healthy microbiome, and reduce the systemic inflammation that can lead to suppressed testosterone. So if your levels are low, and it seems like most men's are, not only is your gut less resilient, but your hormone production can take a hit. So knowing your number gives you a clear starting point for whether you need to add more fatty fish or grass-fed meats, or worst case scenario, a high quality supplement. Of course, I always try to take a food first approach though. And then number 3 is add 1 fermented food daily, but if and only if your gut can handle it. If you end up with bloating after adding fermented foods and just really not feeling well, you might not be quite ready for this step, and we need to talk. You may have a pathogenic overgrowth or a histamine issue that has to be addressed first. If you don't have those issues, then foods like plain whole milk yogurt, sauerkraut, kimchi, or even a few ounces of a honey jun or kombucha, these can be a great place to start for feeding your gut the good bacteria that it needs. If you want to learn more about working with me, check the link in the description box below, and remember that food truly is medicine.